Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi's post-credit scene is the earliest setup for Avengers Doomsday, September 2021, before Kang was even announced as the main villain. Before Doctor Doom was confirmed, this scene shows Shang-Chi meeting with Wong, Bruce Banner, and Captain Marvel. They're analyzing the Ten Rings, the ancient weapons that grant Shang-Chi incredible power. And they discover something shocking. The rings are sending a beacon, a signal, to somewhere, or someone. Wong confirms the rings aren't from Earth. Bruce Banner has no idea what they're made of. Captain Marvel has never seen anything like them. The origin of the Ten Rings is a mystery, and that mystery likely won't be solved until Shang-Chi 2. But this scene is important for Doomsday because it establishes the team. Shang-Chi, Wong, Captain Marvel, Bruce Banner, all confirmed for Avengers Doomsday. This is Sam Wilson's Avengers roster, the new team assembling, and this post-credit scene from 2021 is their first meeting. Shang-Chi proves himself worthy, saves the world from his father's army, and earns a seat at the table with Earth's remaining defenders. The scene also shows that the heroes are staying in contact. Even though the Avengers disbanded after Endgame, they're still communicating, still sharing information, still ready to assemble when needed. This is crucial for Doomsday, because Sam Wilson needs to reform the Avengers quickly, and he can't do it alone. This scene proves the infrastructure is already there. Wong has connections. Captain Marvel is monitoring threats. Bruce Banner is analyzing alien tech. They're not a team yet, but they're one crisis away from becoming one. The beacon from the Ten Rings is still unexplained, but it's a thread, a mystery. And mysteries in the MCU always come back. Whether it connects to the Beyonders, Doctor Doom, or something else entirely, the Ten Rings are important, and Shang-Chi is now part of the larger story. The Marvels. The Marvels post-credit scene is massive. It introduces the X-Men to the MCU. Officially, Monica Rambeau sacrifices herself at the end of The Marvels, closing a tier in reality, stopping an incursion, saving two universes from collapsing into each other, but she gets trapped on the other side, in a parallel reality, and when she wakes up, she's in a hospital bed. Her mother is sitting next to her, except it's not her mother, it's a variant, Maria Rambeau from another universe, and she's not an Air Force pilot, she's a superhero. Binary, a cosmic-powered hero wearing red and white. And then Beast walks in, Kelsey Grammer's Dr. Hank McCoy from Fox's X-Men films. Blue fur, intelligent, working with Charles Xavier. He examines Monica and confirms she crossed through a tear in space-time. She's in a reality parallel to her own, which, as Beast says, is impossible. Except it's not, because it just happened. This scene confirms the X-Men exist in the multiverse, and they're aware of other realities now. Monica is the bridge. A hero from Earth 616 trapped in the X-Men's universe, and Charles Xavier knows about her. This sets up Avengers Doomsday perfectly, because Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, James Marsden, Alan Cumming, and Kelsey Grammer are all confirmed for Doomsday. The Fox X-Men are coming, and the Marvels explains how. Monica caused a tear, an incursion, a connection between universes, and that connection brings the X-Men into the MCU. The scene also introduces Binary, an alternate Maria Rambeau with powers. Played by Lashana Lynch, and insiders suggest Binary will return in Doomsday alongside the X-Men. Monica is stuck. She can't get home. She's trapped in the X-Men's reality, and the only way back is if someone from Earth 616 opens another portal, or if the multiverse collapses entirely, which is exactly what Doctor Doom is planning. The Marvels planted the seed. Doomsday will harvest it. Captain America, Brave New World. Captain America Brave New World has one post-credit scene, and it's ominous. Sam Wilson visits the Raft, the underwater prison for superpowered criminals. He's there to see Samuel Stearns, the leader. Tim Blake Nelson returning after 17 years since the Incredible Hulk. Stearns is locked up, gamma irradiated, his brain hideously enlarged, and he's brilliant. Too brilliant. He calculated probabilities, analyzed data, and he's seen the future. Stearns delivers a warning to Sam. Do you think this is the only world? We share the same world, don't we? This world you would die to save. It's coming. I've seen it in the probabilities, seen it plain as day. All you heroes protecting this world. Do you think you're the only ones? Do you think this is the only world? We'll see what happens when you have to protect this place from the others. The others, plural, not one threat. Multiple, from other worlds. This is the first time Sam Wilson hears about the multiverse. He hasn't dealt with it yet. He wasn't in No Way Home. He wasn't in Multiverse of Madness. He's been focused on Earth 616, on being Captain America, on proving himself worthy of the shield, but now Stearns is telling him the real fight is coming, and it's not from his world. This scene sets up Sam's arc in Doomsday. He's going to lead the Avengers against threats from other realities. Doctor Doom, evil variants, alternate Avengers. The leader's warning is a catalyst. It forces Sam to think bigger, to prepare for something he doesn't understand, and it gives him a mission: reassemble the Avengers, because the others are coming. Some fans theorize the others could be Dark Avengers, evil versions of the heroes. Others think it's just multiverse variants clashing with Earth 616. Either way, the leader knows. He's calculated it. And he's right. Doomsday will prove him right. Sam Wilson will have to protect Earth 616 from the others, from Dr. Doom's forces, from alternate realities bleeding into his own. The leader's warning is Sam's Tony Stark nightmare moment. In Age of Ultron, Tony saw the Avengers dead, Thanos coming, and it drove him to create Ultron. Now Sam has his own warning, and it's driving him to reform the Avengers. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts' post-credit scene is the most important one so far because it was directed by the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony Russo, the Doomsday directors. They shot this scene on the Avengers Doomsday set, and it may even be included in the movie itself. The scene takes place 14 months after Thunderbolts. The team has rebranded. They're now the New Avengers, living in the old Avengers Tower, now called the Watchtower. They have new uniforms, new branding, and they're in a legal battle with Sam Wilson over the Avengers name. Yelena Belova mentions they're being kept in the dark about a space crisis. Something's happening, something big, and they're not being told about it. Then the alarm goes off. An extra-dimensional ship entering Earth's orbit. The New Avengers look up, and they see it. The Fantastic Four's spaceship. Entering Earth 616 from another dimension. The Fantastic Four theme music plays, and the scene ends. This is it. This is the moment everything converges. The Fantastic Four arrive. From Earth 828, their reality, crossing into the main MCU timeline, and the New Avengers are the first to see them. This scene sets up multiple storylines. First, the New Avengers versus Sam Wilson's Avengers, two teams, both claiming the name, both protecting Earth, and both about to clash. Second, the Fantastic Four's arrival. They're not here by accident. They're fleeing something or chasing something. And whatever it is, it's bad enough to force them into another universe. Third, the space crisis. Something's happening in space. Something the New Avengers aren't being told about. Is it Galactus? Is it Dr. Doom? Is it the Incursion? The scene doesn't say, but it's coming. Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier confirmed the Russos directed this scene. Shot it on the Doomsday set, which means it could literally be the opening scene of Doomsday. The New Avengers watching the Fantastic Four arrive, and then the movie begins. This is the most direct Doomsday setup in the MCU, and it's only 14 months away in-universe. The Fantastic Four First Steps. The Fantastic Four First Steps has a mid-credit scene, and it's terrifying. The movie ends happily. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm defeat Galactus, save their world. Earth 828, their heroes. Celebrated, their reality is safe, for now. Then, the mid-credit scene happens. Sue Storm is reading to Franklin Richards, her 4-year-old son, a genius child, one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse. She gets up to find another book, and when she comes back, there's someone in the room, a cloaked figure, crouching in front of Franklin. Sue's powers activate, force fields pulsing, ready to defend her son. But Franklin isn't scared. He reaches out his hand, and the figure holds up a mask, a green and silver mask, Dr. Doom's mask, Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. On Earth 828, in the Fantastic Four's reality, approaching Franklin Richards. Why? Because Franklin is a reality warper. He can create and destroy universes, and Dr. Doom wants that power. This scene confirms Doom's plan. He's not just conquering Earth 616. He's traveling across the multiverse, stealing power, recruiting, or kidnapping. The theory is simple. Dr. Doom steals Franklin Richards from Earth 828, takes him to another reality, and the Fantastic Four follow. They chase Doom across dimensions, trying to save Franklin, and they end up on Earth 616. That's the ship the New Avengers see in the Thunderbolts post-credits scene. The Fantastic Four arriving, not because they want to, but because they have to. Because Doom has their son, and they'll follow him anywhere. This scene also shows Doom's face, or at least the back of his head. Cloaked, hooded, silent, he doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. His presence is enough. The mask in his hand is enough. Doom is here, and Franklin Richards is the key. The Fantastic Four First Steps mid-credit scene is the most direct Dr. Doom tease in the MCU, and it sets up his arrival in Doomsday perfectly. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness doesn't directly set up Doomsday in its post-credit scene, but it sets up the concept. Incursions. The multiverse collapsing, realities bleeding into each other. At the end of Multiverse of Madness, Clea appears. Charlize Theron's Clea, a sorcerer from the Dark Dimension. She tells Doctor Strange that his actions have caused an incursion, a tear between realities, and he needs to fix it. Strange follows her into the Dark Dimension, and the movie ends. This is the first time the MCU uses the word incursion, and it's important because incursions are the foundation of Secret Wars. In the comics, incursions happen when two universes collide. Both realities are destroyed unless one universe destroys the other first. It's a brutal, impossible choice, and it leads to the collapse of the multiverse. Doctor Doom uses the fragments from incursions to create Battleworld. The Marvels showed an incursion. Monica Rambeau stopped it, but it confirmed they're real, they're happening, and they're getting worse. Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine doesn't have a traditional post-credit scene that sets up Doomsday, but the movie itself is a setup. The entire film takes place in the Void, the wasteland at the end of time, where pruned timelines go to die. Loki created the Void, or rather, the TVA dumped everything there, and now it's a graveyard of forgotten realities. Deadpool and Wolverine fight through it, meet variants, encounter Alioth, and eventually escape. But the Void is important for Doomsday and Secret Wars, because leaked plot details suggest Doctor Doom creates Battleworld inside the Void. He doesn't build a new planet, he reshapes the Void, takes the fragments of destroyed realities already there, and stitches them together into domains. Deadpool and Wolverine showed us the Void, showed us what's already there. The Fox X-Men universe, the Raimi Spider-Man universe, the Blade universe, all of them pruned, all of them discarded, all of them waiting. And Doctor Doom is going to use them. The movie also confirms Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool is in Doomsday. The Hollywood Reporter reported it in August 2025. Deadpool is part of the new Avengers lineup, alongside Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They all call themselves the Avengers. This ragtag team of survivors, and Deadpool brings his fourth wall-breaking chaos. Deadpool and Wolverine showed the Void. Doomsday will show what Doom does with it, and Secret Wars will show it transformed into Battleworld. Loki Season 2 finale. Loki Season 2 doesn't have a post-credit scene, but the finale is a setup, the most important setup in the entire multiverse saga. Loki sacrifices himself. He destroys the temporal loom, grabs the dying timelines with his bare hands, and weaves them together, creating a new tree, a multiverse tree, with Loki at the center, holding it all together forever. He's sitting on a throne at the end of time, alone, maintaining every timeline, every reality, every universe. Without him, the multiverse collapses. But he can't hold it forever. And that's where Doctor Doom comes in. Loki is confirmed for Doomsday. Tom Hiddleston is on the cast list. But how? He's stuck at the end of time, holding the multiverse. He can't leave, unless he does. Unless Doom's plan forces him to act. The theory is that Doom's incursions threaten the multiverse so badly that Loki has to intervene. He temporarily leaves his throne, sends projections, or splits himself across realities, fighting on multiple fronts while still maintaining the timelines. Or maybe Doom's plan is to replace Loki, take his throne, control the multiverse from the end of time. Loki holding the multiverse is why the multiverse saga exists. Without him, everything collapses. Doomsday happens because Loki's grip is slipping, the timelines are unraveling, and Doctor Doom is exploiting the cracks. Secret Wars happens because Loki can't hold it anymore, the multiverse dies, and Battleworld is born from the fragments. Loki Season 2's finale is the linchpin, the moment everything changes, and Doomsday is the consequence.